What is going on, all you Pokemon collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the PikiPikaPapa, and here we are at the beginning of the month, and I always share with you where I'm going to be spending my hard-earned Poké Dollars for the month of February, and we do this every single month, and obviously every month I'm excited to get the list of products in front of you, but there are some months where I'm a little more jazzed up than others, and this is one of them. I am just absolutely head over heels in love with every single product that's on the list this month. I think this is an incredible time to be in the Pokemon collecting and investing space. I think the Sword and Shield era is coming to a close rapidly. Like, I think the window of opportunity to buy some of these amazing products is going to continue to close throughout the course of this year. I think that Scarlet and Violet getting into year number 2, I think it's really exciting. We traditionally see year number 2 and year number 3 of eras do much better than the first year, so we're starting to get into that, and I just think there's a lot of upside, and I am really excited for all that 2024 has to offer. Now, you know, we believe on this channel, we do a lot of data dives, right? Like, we want to say, hey, if we're going to do something, we want to have the data behind it to support it. Like we say, we spend 80% of the time on the why and 20% on the what. So listen, I'm not only going to tell you where I'm spending my dollars, I'm going to spend a lot of time explaining to you exactly why I'm doing it. And if that type of data-driven approach and that type of analysis gets you excited, hey, listen, hit that subscribe button. We're building an amazing community. We'd love for you to be a part of it. Questions or comments, drop them down below. And as always, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Those 3 small things go a long way in helping my small channel out, and I really appreciate it. So with all of that nonsense out of the way, let's get into the products that I'm spending money on this month. And starting off, no surprise, is Fusion Strike booster boxes. Now, we've been talking about this a long time, really over the last 3 or 4 months here on this channel, but my Poke senses are starting to tingle, and I think that the window of opportunity to buy this booster box in the MSRP range is closing rapidly, and there's a couple reasons for that. Now, one of them is, you know, up till a couple weeks ago, this booster box was really selling almost at a 9-month low. Look at that graph on the right. That shows you the booster box price over the last year for Fusion Strike, and again, a couple weeks ago, this was at a 9-month low, but now it's starting to pop up, and that market price right now is at $147, and that $147 threshold is really important to me because you can still buy this product on PokemonCenter.com, right? Now, and on PokemonCenter.com, it's cheaper than $147. It is $144. Now, the whole world doesn't have access to the PokemonCenter.com, which I understand, but a big enough percentage of the world does. So when the market price is higher, a lot of people will just start buying it on Pokemon Center, right? Why would you pay a premium on eBay or at your local card shop? Why would you pay market price when you can buy it cheaper at MSRP at the PokemonCenter.com? And the reason that's important is because I want people buying it on that platform because I want it to sell out, right? As soon as it flips to sold out on the Pokemon Center, I think this product is absolutely going to take off. Why? The graph on the left is Chilling Reign, and you see what happened when Chilling Reign flipped to sold out on the Pokemon Center. Look at that aggressive price strike as soon as it flipped to sold out. And then not only did it spike, but it started to come down a little bit after that. And I thought, okay, well, maybe people were kind of FOMOing a little bit. Oh my God, it's out of stock at the Pokemon Center, right? I have to buy it on the secondary market because it's going to disappear, which caused that really aggressive price spike. And then it started to come back down. But look what happened. It came down just a little bit, and now it's spiked up even higher than it was right after it initially flipped to sold out. All of this just spells great future success for Fusion Strike booster boxes. From a strength of set perspective, you all know that I think Fusion Strike is top 3, at worst top 4 from the whole Sword and Shield era. The Sword and Shield era is absolutely epic to begin with. So I am very, very excited to get some hands on this Fusion Strike booster box because I think the window of opportunity for this is closing very, very rapidly. So I'm excited to have this on the list. And spoiler alert, you're going to hear a little more about Fusion Strike as we continue to go through this. Now, the very next one that's on the list right here is Temporal Forces, right? And you know how much I love Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes. These are still available on PokemonCenter.com. I already have a case of each ordered. I also have two boxes of each ordered, right? Because I want some to hold in a sealed collection. I want one to open with the kids, and then I want another one that I can put up on display. But there's a lot of reasons why I like this besides just the fact that it's a Pokemon Center exclusive ETB, like Gengar sets. Hello, Fusion Strike, right? Like Gengar sets have done really, really well in the past. You have Fusion Strike, right? Team Up was a Gengar set. You got Phantom Forces from the XY era. Like the list goes on and on and on. Now, being a Gengar set certainly doesn't, you know, guarantee success. And I'll be honest with you, these 2 cards right here, I don't think they hold a flame to the, you know, the Gengar alt art from Fusion Strike, but it is certainly a strong indicator that at least there's going to be a ton of interest in this set. The other thing too that I love about these Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, like it is hard to name other products where you can pre-order them at MSRP and then literally the day they come out within the first week, like you see some upside. You are in the black. We've seen it happen time and time and time again with these Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs. Now, sometimes they come out and they don't sell out for the first couple days, but at least over the past couple launches, we have seen it sell out relatively quickly on the Pokemon Center, even after the day it launches. And then, obviously there's upside because people are trying to pick it up. So I think this is a great set to get into. I think that this is one I might over-index in a little bit simply because I love Gengar, like one of my favorite Pokemon. And I also think that now we're starting to get into Scarlet Violet year 2 and year 3, right? We saw year 2 and year 3 from Sun and Moon was really strong. Year 2 and year 3 from Sword and Shield was really strong. So why wouldn't I think that Scarlet and Violet will follow the exact same pattern? So I am very, very excited. I think there is absolutely no downside risk to buying this, to pre-ordering this. I think there's nothing but upside. So that's why I'm buying more. And I might even over-index and just go really, really heavy on this just for fun because I'm such a believer in it. Now, again, following a trend, this is a very themed month here in February is I'm looking at these 2 Mew alt arts from Fusion Strike. And one of the things I like so much is I featured this on a video a couple weeks ago and I got some people who said, man, that View VMAX alt art, like that is just the worst art from the entire Sword and Shield alt art lineup. And I thought that was really cool because to me, that's just one of the reasons I love this hobby so much. I love the art. I think it's great. But the fact that different people can have different opinions on it, like I think that's super, super cool. So hey, art is in the eye of the beholder and I love hearing feedback like that when I do these videos. The other thing I really like about that Mew VMAX is obviously it's from Fusion Strike. I think Fusion Strike is going to pop off and be an epic set, but look at the price graph. Like there's a lot of support there at the $60 mark, right? Now it's right at $61, but you see every time it's tried to drop below, the market has supported it and it's come back up. Now it is really, really close to that $60 mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a little bit and see if it can break through that support line and drop even further. If this hits into the mid 50s, I am going to be all freaking over it. Now, the one I'm not waiting for is that Mew V alt art. I think that is priced right. It's sub $30. It's at $27 right now. It has come down, 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 down. And for the last month, it is really starting to flatten out. And again, I think alt arts from the Sword and Shield era have an incredibly bright future. Like I think those are going to be so valuable. Sword and Shield is an amazing era. The alt arts are going to be the big chase cards. When you can get these alt arts from these big chase sets from an absolutely epic era at a great 1-year low or even lower than that, like, I just think it's an absolute steal to pick these up. I love Mew. Mew is one of the top graded Pokemon. Every single time we look at our PSA grading report, spoiler alert, that video is going to be coming out in a couple days and it's incredibly awesome to look at. But all of those things, it just checks every single possible box for me. So I'm very, very excited to go after these this month and hopefully I'll be able to pick a couple up. Now, the next thing that's on this list, and this might surprise some people, it's this Iono Premium Tournament Collection Milk Crate. I absolutely love this product. Now, the picture I have up here says sold out. Now that's the one from the PokemonCenter.com, but it is not sold out. You can get this at GameStop. You can get this from, you can pre-order it from local card shops. Like there is an abundance of this product out there. So you might be saying, hey, why are you pulling the trigger early? Why are you going to spend tie up some of your Poke dollars on something that's not going to be out for a couple months? Well, it's because I want the security of having it. And this is one where, number one, I want it as a buy and hold. I think Iono is an incredibly popular trainer, right? Like everybody is all about Iono. Iono is like the iconic one so far from Scarlet and Violet. I also love the fact that these are stamped promos, right? Stamped everything has been going off. We've been looking at the stamped Charizard from GameStop, this stamped Squirtle card from 151. Like just stamped promos for whatever reason are really hot in the market right now. And you get a Lost Origin booster pack in here. Like what a great kicker on top of all of that. Now, the other thing that I think is really cool, and I've told you all, I'm trying to expand my knowledge base in the Pokemon space. I feel like I'm where I need to be from the investing and collecting side of things, but I'm trying to learn more about the game side of things. So I listen to one of the YouTube channels, PTCG Radio. He always talks a lot about the game side of things, so I listen to them to try and learn. But one of the things that he noted was, hey, this Iono card might not come in a Japanese variant. This variant right here, the full art one, might only be available in the US, and he went on to say that Japanese collectors are all about the Iono life. Like they are absolutely foaming at the mouth over Iono. So the ones who are trying to build the full collection, if they can't get it in the Japanese variant, they might have to pick it up in this English one, which would add some additional value. It would add some collectability. Like a lot of us here in the other states are collecting Japanese cards. It sure would be nice if we had the Japanese side of things trying to collect some of ours. So for all of those reasons, I am absolutely pre-ordering these. I just want to feel safe and have them, ready, knowing that they're coming in. The other thing too is the box is super cool. My kids are absolutely in love love with this. So I'm gonna buy a couple for the family to open. I'm gonna buy a couple for me to hold for the long term. I don't think this is gonna be a product that, you know, on launch day, like the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, it's just gonna pop in price. I think it'll take, you know, probably a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years, maybe never. It'll go up above MSRP. But I have a lot of belief in Iono. I have a lot of belief in stamp promos. I have a lot of belief in the fact that this is gonna have a Lost Origin pack in there. And if it turns out to be true and there is not a version of this that comes out in Japanese print, I think the fact that this is gonna be the only one in English is gonna be absolutely fire, and this is gonna be worth a ton of money in the future. Now, listen, that's the list right there. I kept it short and sweet, 5 products that we're going after, and I really enjoyed putting this together. Now, as I said, coming up, we have the grading report video where we're gonna look at PSA, SGC, CGC, and Beckett, and look at the actual grading report volumes that come through there. It really helps us keep a finger on the pulse of what's going on in the market. So if all of that stuff excites you and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Questions or comments, drop them down below. As always, if you like what you saw, give us a big old thumbs up. Hey, I appreciate you for watching. I'm so thankful for you. I hope you have an epic one, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.